So what is our agenda today? First thing we will do about newspaper. Then we will do how to make mains notes. I think entire thing. Anything else you want to add me here? Any doubt? Strategy for what? Prelims, mains. Prelims we have completed almost. Mains is the thing left. That I will cover in newspaper. Regarding ethics. Anything else? Psychology. Essay. Like our psychology. Psychology I don't have idea. Psychology is like I am not the correct person to tell about psychology. Anything else? Difficulty in words, vocabulary. And essay. I don't know how much I can cover in this one session, but let's see. If anything will be left, we will continue in the next session when we will have. Anything else? Like, because I want everything should come from you people. My criteria is very simple. Whenever I am coming in the class, it should be two-sided. So is there anything else? You people, I often tell you people that you write and come, whatever you want from me, whenever you want. Okay. So this is all for today. Let's see how far we can complete this. So now I will start with newspaper. I will not go in the philosophy that why do we read newspaper and all. The other day I have told you it is very compulsory and it is very must. So I have taken the demo of the Hindu paper, how we will go about it, and there will be a lot of questions from you people that starting it is taking 3 hours, 4 hours for us to complete the paper. But the thing is, when you are starting the newspaper, eventually the time will reduce. Like if you are reading, if you are taking 4 hours today, after this class you will think that tomorrow my hours will automatically shift to 40 minutes, but that will not happen. This practical theory you have to apply on the paper, and then that will eventually help you to decrease down. And I will suggest you that in your initial stages, like you are very beginners here, you keep extra effort in reading newspaper, because then what will happen is, as madam said, vocabulary. Your vocabulary will improve. Second thing, your analysis skill will improve. How that will improve, I will tell you. So for newspaper, what you have to do is, you have to maintain 2 books. Not actually 2 books, 1 book and 1 diary. A small diary you have to maintain every time, and a small book you have to maintain. What you are going to do is, in the diary, write a vocabulary. For example, in the entire paper you have read today, just write 1 vocabulary which was new to you, or which you have seen a lot of times in toppers copies. Or like that shouldn't be very much sophisticated, and that should not be very much layman. General vocabulary you take every day. So till your next means, around you will have 200 to 300 vocabularies. If every day you follow this seriously, around 2 to 300 vocabulary you will have before next means. Now my appeal from you is, at least 10% of this that is 20 vocabulary. If you write in the paper, your paper will look a very sophisticated paper. Like your paper will look that he's not a layman. He's writing something and his words have that strength to convey the message. Your paper will look something different from other people. I am just asking you 10%. Out of this 200 vocabulary which you will generate throughout the year, just 10% if you are able to replicate in your answers, then you will come in those 10% category who will score very good marks in mains. Okay, so this thing I want. And vocabulary, like I will tell you how you will write that vocabulary also in the book. One more book I want is fodder point book. Fodder, what is fodder? Which we give to animals, which we give to cows, buffaloes, to poultry. So this is a fodder point which we are giving to us. Now in this fodder point, this includes facts, this includes quotes, this includes any anecdote. At times few interesting stories comes in newspaper which can actually help you in writing good anecdote for an essay. So these are the things which we are looking. And this fodder point book, this is like it is very important to retain what we have wrote in this book rather than making the notes. It is very important to retain. So what we will do in the fodder book point is, for example, this is your book. You will not segregate, this will come in GS1, this will come in GS2, this will come in GS3. You will not do it now. Whatever new thing you are getting, write it from here. 1, 2, 3. Next year, till next year, you will have this much of notes, around 50 to 100 pages. New notes, original value points which you have written, which no coaching have gave you. And these are the unique points which you will write in the paper. No one else will write. These unique points you will not segregate now. After clearing your prelims, when you will have this notes, at that time when you will write any test series, then try to replicate them. So once you start replicating them in your test series, you will that same fodder point will go into your deep memory, and that will be easy. That will become easy in your mains. When are you going to write this? In your test series after prelims. Throughout the year you maintain that book. Try to replicate them in your test series, and automatically that will get categorized. See, I am writing this in GS1, GS2. Actually, there is no pinpoint categorization. The same point you can write in GS2 social justice. The same point will be applicable in GS1. The same part will be applicable in GS4 also. Any fact which is related to health, that will also be applicable in GS2. That will also be applicable in GS1. That will also be applicable in GS4. And that will also be applicable in essay paper. So that's why I am telling you, you will not categorize them. Whatever fodder points are coming from the newspaper, just write them 1, 2, 3, 4 and it will go on. This you should memorize during your mains and try to replicate in your mains test series. Okay? Because UPSC itself is not dividing anything. So we are also not categorizing them. Okay? I am expecting 10% vocabulary retention from you. I am expecting no categorization from you, and using this in your mains test series. Both you will use in mains test series. Okay? And eventually, if you are writing every day 1 answer, 2 answer, then try to inculcate these words. Because writing the words is one thing. Inculcating them in the exam is second thing. How you will use the word. Okay? For example, I will take a word pertinent. Do you know about this word? Anyone? But pertinent means anything which is important. Now, I know this word. I have written in my glossary. Now, it becomes difficult. How can I use that in my answer? For example, suicide is a pertinent social issue in our society. That means suicide is an important social issue in our society. Now, I am started using this word in my paper. Now, your answers look okay, now this guy has actually studied, because your competition is not with the general 10,000 people who are writing mains. In those 10,000, automatically your copy will be relatively checked with the other fellows, and those other fellows comes from IIT IIM background. So this is not compulsory in writing, but I will tell that if it is not compulsory, then we are having our own efforts in learning this vocabulary, which will anyhow help us in studying newspaper betterly, writing essays very good. Because in essay, if you use this kind of vocabulary, our essay becomes a level more higher than other people. Writing this in book is one thing, and then at the same time, while writing that in your book, you should understand that okay, I will use this word here, I will use this word here, I will use this word. So that comes into your paper. This is not a one day process. That's why I've taken this class. This is a whole entire yearly process. Every day you are going to write this. Okay. Now let's directly come to the newspaper. So this is the Hindu paper of today. Now first you tell me, what will I write in my book? See, I am not telling you to make notes. Very first thing, you are not going to make notes from newspaper. You are only going to write the fodder points. And this news, whatever you are reading, that will anyhow get internalized in your brain. See, now let me start with the first thing. Government expand ambit of drug tracing framework. Now it is on paper 14. We'll go and see there. Brazil route Scotland moves into knockouts. I'll be very slow so that each and every news gets covered. Brazil route Scotland moves into knockouts. This is something related to FIFA. FIFA is a question directly which can come in prelims. But FIFA in itself, who were the winner? After this tournament ends, who were the winner? Which team won how many times? And where is the next FIFA organized? Where is the present FIFA organized? Who is the organization authority? How often FIFA gets organized? So this is, FIFA is in itself a prelims topic. Now you understand how you should think. FIFA is a prelims topic because it was in news. Now, what is this organization FIFA? How often FIFA organizes? How many teams participated? Who were the winners? The same winner, how many times they win? What are the different awards related to FIFA? The Ballon d'Or award and all awards they give. So FIFA in itself is an entire topic. You should understand that this topic is not important entire year. This you will do just before prelims. One day you will sit at your table, you will open the Google and you will answer all this question, or you will see any coaching notes. Everyday FIFA commentary is not our job. Just before prelims, what is FIFA? How often it gets organized? Who were the teams? Every question, either through coaching notes or through Google search. FIFA is your important prelims topic. In this way, we will understand how prelims works. Okay? So done. Daily who wins? This is not our job. If you are a football lover, FIFA lover, that is different thing. But from a UPSC perspective, FIFA as a body, FIFA as a tournament is important, and that is important from prelims perspective, not from mains perspective. So this is FIFA. Is India capable to fight in FIFA? Now that is an ethical question. That is a mains oriented question. If I want to derive football culture in India, now as a UPSC aspirant, as you are becoming the future DMs, no, there are 42 odd teams I think in FIFA. In 193 countries, 42 countries, even Iran and Iraq are participating. Even countries having 10 lakhs, 20 lakhs, 40 lakhs population, New Zealand is participating. Then why don't India, as having 140 crores population, is not the part of football? Why is China not the part of football? So this is a bigger question of sports in India. The cricket culture dominating other sports, dominating Olympics. So this you should have a notes for mains. See, it is taking time now. I will tell you, eventually From 4 hours it will come to 40 minutes. But once you have notes for all this, then every day this comment is not important. We should have notes for sports culture in India. Sport culture in India will not directly come in your GS papers. Either it will be an important topic for essay, sporting culture in India, or somewhere in ethics paper they might ask you. GS till now they haven't asked, and I think they will not ask. But from a curiosity perspective, from a analytical perspective, we should analyze this. What are the reasons why India is still lagging there? And the goal in now, see how many questions comes. Question regarding cricket will come. Question regarding Olympics will come. Question regarding India hosting the Olympics will come. Should India host Olympics? Then there will be anti-arguments. If we are suffering for poverty and all, why should we waste such an infrastructure there? Then, because this question is very important for next 4-5 years. Should India host the Olympics? In Ahmedabad, that is purpose. Should India host Olympics? Now you should have few points for favoring that argument, and then you should have few points for against the argument. And then why India does not have that many athletes? What is then you also have a question regarding women harassment in sports. Then sports infrastructure. The other day in Haryana National Sports Academy, some in basketball court, that basketball pillar fell down on few students, on few athletes. So what the poor states of Indian sports. So this is a main topic. See, from football where we came. This is like, this will come regularly to you, but as you are new, it is taking so much time. Football as a FIFA as a topic for prelims, and entire connecting entire sports as a topic for mains. And in the sports we have so many topics, covering Olympics, covering women, covering sports infrastructure, covering grassroots sports development, covering the hegemony of cricket, and then also one more topic, betting in cricket, that directly comes under GS3. Betting and linking that with drug trafficking, terror networks, internal security. See, like, I want you people not get limited to the newspaper. Start holistic thinking. Is this making sense? So while reading paper, okay, FIFA is important. I will see it in my mains. I will see it during my time of prelims. And then, do I have notes related to sports? You have to think that, and then make notes for sports, and that is done once and for all. Now see, FIR filed against 8 persons in donation row. This is some issue related to Ram Mandir temple. That there are many allegations that lot of donor agencies, they have taken money from the people, but they haven't invested here. This everything comes under donor organizations and role of NGOs, civil society. That comes in governance part, social justice part of paper 2. So this is a small news. This will just become an example. Like when you write that, when there is a question that civil society organization are becoming threat for India's internal security, or civil society organization are not doing work accordingly, critically analyze, then you will write an example of this organization which was one. Example this. This is just an example. This is not a topic. Are you getting this? Use this just an example in your NGO, civil society, self-help group question. Okay. A maritime flashpoint. What do you mean by flashpoint? Flashpoint is a conflict point. Okay. And in the news, what is the flashpoint maritime now? Strait of Hormuz. See, now you have got a word, flashpoint. Write down your vocabulary. This will look very good when you write answers. Your answer will look different from others. This will not, see, sir is telling something, we are just starting. That questions will come time and again, but it will take 6 to 7 months for you to brush up all this. Now you have got a keyword node, flashpoint. Now search on Google. Now see, in the glossary how you will make notes. One, flashpoint. What does it mean? Don't write the entire definition. It means so and so. Okay? You are not writing the entire definition. What does flashpoint mean? In your own mother tongue, either Hindi, Telugu. Flashpoint means this, and I will use it so. Done. Now second keyword. Like this every day one keyword you will make now. You will have 200, 300 keywords. Now Radha and Shefali star in India win. Women T20 World Cup is going on. T20 World Cup as a whole will become an important topic for prelims. We will not do this today. Just write down T20 Women's World Cup 2026 and entire details of it. You should search them. How many teams played, who won, who lost, how often it is organized, where was it organized, where will be the next venue. These are all prelims topics. And then in your sports section of mains, women participation in sports, or write this as an example in your essay, women coming forwards in the games which was initially men oriented, women breaking all the barriers and winning the World Cup in the country where cricket was male dominated. So in the sports section, women participation, give this example and write few points regarding this. Done? Because you should have a separate page for sports and all these questions which I have told you. You can note down that questions also. Like I am giving you themes. Okay. Is this class boring, or is it like you are feeling something interested in this? Okay, na? Then this we have finished. SIR enumeration exercise begin. It have started in Telangana. This is Telangana, this is Hyderabad version. That's why this news came. So SIR is a separate topic now, both for prelims and for mains. Now you have to sit, write SIR UPSC. Any coaching institute will provide a detailed article. What is SIR? How it started? What were the observations? You should have notes for this because it is a burning topic, and SIR will not directly come in your mains. In GS2, electoral reforms question will come. What is the government doing? In that you have to write SIR. And SIR many examples where a lot of genuine voters numbers were deleted. Quote that example while you are criticizing SIR. Okay. So again daily just read them. If any issues comes here, like booth level officer did so, something happened here, then you have to just quote that example that something happened in Telangana. Rather than that, daily commentary is not important. Whatever happens in SIR, I am least bothered because I have done SIR. Just to go through it. If any issue occurs, some people died, some people's name were deleted, then write down that example. In Telangana, these people's were name deleted, or in Telangana, these booth level officers were killed. Use that example in your mains. Okay. Every day you are not going to supposed to read SIR. Every day you are not going to supposed to read FIFA because you have made notes of. Every day you are not supposed to go there, and this is also not important because you have to just give an example of this. Then now this is the very most important topic because this is the headline of the paper. And 188 dead, 1500 injured as earthquake hits Venezuela. Now this topic is directly related to our subject because earthquake as a topic is directly mentioned in disaster management of GS3 as well as geography section of prelims. Now everything related to earthquake you would have already been studied. Different magnitudes, different scale, the flash points, tectonic plates, plate activities, everything we have studied. But how this news is important. Now for prelims, Venezuela, this is South America. On which plates Venezuela comes? Which no, they are minor plates also. There are many minor plates also. On which tectonic plate does Venezuela comes? That Caribbean plate. Caribbean is It may be, but I don't know. This Venezuela question, which plate it will come, that will becomes an important topic for films. From where you will read this Venezuela, now daily editorials will come about this. Either you can do that, or guaranteedly on Sunday, this Sunday, there will be an FAO column in Sunday newspaper, either this Sunday or next Sunday, regarding Venezuela. Entire details, how did the earthquake came, what happened, how many died, how was the rescue here. Okay. Now here, when you will read, now when this earthquake topic is important. Now understand here, if you are writing something about Venezuela, watch this news carefully. And if the Venezuela disaster management team is doing some excellent job, write that case study in disaster management example, that the Venezuelan team did so well, or they had this early warning system so well. This is one thing. Second thing, India will definitely send aid to Venezuela. Write this in soft power example in IR. How you are using one news 2-3 times. You will write that news in IR. When India will send aid to them. Okay. Is this making sense? Now everything you should read this, even on page 12, because earthquake in itself is an important topic. 3 states close rank on Tungabhadra basin. If you people are also writing group 1 exams, then this Tungabhadra basin becomes important if you are writing group 1 exam. So this is also an important news for your group 1 preparation. What is Tungabhadra basin, and for what topic these 3 people came together. Okay, like they have opened few gates on Tungabhadra project for local irrigation area. So this news is very important. And second thing, this news will become a very good example for interstate water disputes. You should write this as an example, how these 3 CMs came together for Tungabhadra Dam, resolving conflict. Center minister is also here. Center minister was also there here somewhere. Center state coordination, federalism, cooperative federalism. Very important news. You have to follow what happened in Tungabhadra basin. Government restores commercial LPG supply to pre-war level. This is regular commentary. Means due to war, supplies of some essential commodities got hampered. Among them was LPG. Generally, this has no relation with your prelims. Second, LPG. What is difference between LPG, LNG? That can come in science and tech. That you should be thorough. CNG, CPG, LPG, PNG, LNG. What are the differences? That becomes important for your prelims. But for mains, this is not important news. What is important for this is how in your essay also, in your ethics also, how bad are war, how evil is of war, because it hampers essential commodity supplies. In your ethical paper, there is a theme, war ethics, in your UPSC GS4 paper. In war ethics, see, LPG supply got hampered during Iran war in India. Why war is bad? Write this. Now I am making sense. What you can also do is, for few weeks, you can send me in a WhatsApp group, sir, I have found this news important for today, and I will cross check. And over a period of time, you will understand that okay, sir told me to CBI searches 80 locations across country. NAPS, see NAPS. Again, a word for you. Generally, everyone use this, not so sophisticated word, but okay, you can use. To avoid digital arrest. Do you know what is digital arrest? Anyone? Everyone knows digital arrest now. Like few fraudulent users will behave themselves like senior officers in government, and then they will call to few vulnerable people like the elderly, the children, the women, that we are officer so and so. Your money is like you have done some fraudulent transaction, send us money. That is known as arresting someone digitally. So digital arrest in itself is an important topic for GS3 cyber security. GS3, write a page, digital arrest. What is the definition of it? What is the data? How many people were involved in digital arrest? What government is doing? What can be done? Digital arrest is an important topic for GS3 means. So see, you can write now how you will write intro. Everyone will write digital arrest definition. Recently, CBI carried search operation in 80 locations regarding digital arrest. This becomes a very good introduction for your answer. Okay, but this is not recently of that time. If that time anything happens, then you have to write. This is for immediately person who are writing mains this year. Recently, CBI has done some operation. If that operation name you know, under this so and so operation, conducted raids at 80 places regarding digital arrest. This becomes a very powerful intro that this boy or this girl is very much aware of the current affairs. That will give you a very good impression. Raven seeks cooperation of employees in achieving Telangana rising vision. For state PCS, it is important for UPSC. In competitive federalism, if there is a question, what different states are doing for competition, then in Telangana, what we have? Viksit Telangana Vision 2031. Okay. Then you can write example Telangana's Viksit Telangana Vision or Vibrant Gujarat or Resurgent Rajasthan. Atla. Every states have their own. If you are preparing for Group 1 PCS, then this is important. Again, SIR story. If you have notes, done. No need to read this. If anything happens here, if someone dies, then that becomes a news. High Court seeks ECI response over forms being issued only in Telugu. Again, what are the flaws in SIR? It is not in regional language. That is what the question is. High Court is telling that, why don't you issue the forms in Telugu? And what are the flaws in SIR if in exam then the form should be in regional languages. Man crushed to death. Is it important? Not important. City-based SCTL to acquire 51 stake in GS Scale Energy. If there is some remarkable achievement in renewable energy, then write that example for your mains. If any renewable energy company has opened any hydropower plant or has opened any solar power plant, any wind power plant, or any semiconductor fab, if any company is opening, especially indigenous company, Atmanirbhar Bharat under that, then write that. Otherwise, these commentaries are not important. State prepares tourism proposal for national summit. Now, is there any summit which is happening in Telangana? Then that becomes important for state PCS, not UPSC. Hydra launches restoration work on 4 more lakes. Everyday Hydra commentary is not important. Once and for all, in GS3, disaster management, write this example of Hydra. That we have a Hydra-like boundary which is working on illegal encroachment that helps in disaster management, like for flood prevention. And lot of people, you are sleepy. A lot of people here are sleepy, I think. Are you awake? Everyone have done lunch? I think that's why you people are feeling sleepy, especially this map. Go and wash your face if you want. Go and wash your face. If anyone is sleepy, they can go and wash their faces. Shall I continue? So, Hydra, just for once write that in your notes for illegal encroachment. You can write this case study in mains also, or in SC also, Hydra case study. What government is doing for illegal encroachment? Best example is Hydra in Telangana. Regularly, no commentaries, that is important. Global peace meets call for international cooperation. A global peace conference is somewhere, if it is held in Hyderabad, then that becomes important for state PCS. The solemn march towards the Ashura in Moram. This is all today's news. Traffic for Moram. The right to walk. See, nice keyword. Derailed. What do you mean by derailed? Moving out of the track. The train got derailed. The ride got derailed. The ride got derailed means your ride have been corrupt. Rather than writing our citizens' rights have been corrupt, write this word: citizen rights have been derailed. Looks very good. You have got one more keyword: derail. Now this is all about that how our footpaths are getting encroached by the shops. No need to read this. You have got a very good keyword: derail. Done. Three arrested in 2 BHK housing allotment scam. Not important. Drunk auto driver ferrying school children booked. Drink and drive. Not important. Police track ATM cash van driver's son who stole 17 lakhs. Suspended Tahsildar booked for disproportionate assets. If you want to write any example for corruption, you can write. Or else, very fastly you can complete the paper. I prefer solutions over disputes, says Chief Minister on river sharing issue. The very first page which we read, no, we have a detailed article on that. So what actually happened here, this becomes important because it is a CM level meeting. See, this is the union minister which I was talking about. Even central ministers is here. Okay. New gates will help address decades old distress. What are the gates? What actually these people did? This is very important. CPI Maoist flays delay in Sitaraman LI project completion. Now actually CPI people comes for protest on any project which affects the environment. Then you can write this example that government is cutting this environment and making project environment versus development debate. You can give this example. Best example is the Andaman and Nicobar project. Okay. Chamala sees huge gains for TG from central. This is all state related news. 2 killed in lorry, strong credit demand, central policies jeopardizing future. See, another word, one word, jeopardizing. Do you know what do you mean by jeopardize? Jeopardize means in article that is there jeopardizing, but jeopardizing means it is in a negative sense, negative influence or limiting someone. Check the actual definition and write it in your own mother tongue how jeopardizing works, but it is actually a good word. Welfare is the focus, deputy CM, again same thing. Looks like BJP card will, this is all political news. BJP to give more representation, identify LIG housing sites in cure limits. Do you know what is cure? Cure, pure, rare. Do you know? Don't know. Does anyone know this? Cure, pure, rare. No one knows. Day and night this is in news. In fact, our we were the organizer in this Telangana summit. The global Telangana summit happened. CM poured billions of dollars in this, and this is what which makes Telangana different from other states. Do you know this? Okay, I will take, this is not my topic, but if you want I will tell this. Okay. Now in Telangana what we have done is, you can use this case study everywhere. Smart city, city organization, regional development. Regional, there is a topic known as regional development. Regional imbalance happens in development. So what we have done is, in Telangana we have made 3 regions. This is known as cure, this is known as pure, this is known as rare. Now what do you mean by cure, pure and rare? Cure means core urban regional economy. Core urban regional economy. Pure means peri-urban regional economy. And rare means rural and agrarian regional economy. Now what we are doing is, Hyderabad and one more city is coming known as Future Bharat City. On Chevella route, there is a new city coming known as Future Bharat City. Here we will have completely core urban region dominated by service sector, IT companies, pharma companies. This will be a completely Hyderabad and its surrounding areas. We are making RRR. We had inner ring roads, IRR. We had ring roads. Now we will have RRR, regional ring roads. This will be a new planned city, future Bharat city. So CM has laid the foundation of it. This will be entirely given to service sector areas. This is known as CURE. And then we have PURE. PURE is peri-urban regional economy. This will be highly dominated by manufacturing sector. All manufacturing, agro processing, whatever textiles is there, textile parks will come here. Semiconductor fabrications will come here. Whatever related to manufacturing will come in peri-urban. This is after the CURE, like Nalgonda district, Rangareddy district, Vikarabad district which are surrounding Hyderabad. And after the CURE and PURE, whatever is left, that will come in here. Rural, agrarian, regional economy. Agriculture, processing industries, Nizamabad, Adilabad, Mahbubnagar, Vanaparthi, Suryapet, all districts will come. So wherever you want to write about regional imbalance, give this example of Telangana model, CURE, RARE, PURE. Wherever you are writing smart city initiative, write about Bharat future city. Wherever you are writing about service sector, write about CURE. Wherever you are writing about manufacturing units, write about PURE. Agrarian, agriculture development, write about RARE. Best example, use everywhere. CURE, RARE, PURE. We come under CURE. We come under CURE. This is what known as CURE limits. CURE limits means Hyderabad and vicinity. Okay. Police verification gets delayed for passport applicants in city. Is it important? No. Police arrest 15% for cyber fraud. If you want to write an example for cyber fraud, you can write this. Gold worth 3.36 crore seized at RGI. You can, Telangana has a lot of initiative. For example, there is an Eagle initiative. This is of our department only. This is special team for curbing drug trafficking menace. Anywhere you want to write about drug trafficking, then you can quote this Eagle team of Telangana. Hardly see, we will get opportunities 5 to 6 times, and across 7 papers, that is limited only. Every paper will not get that opportunity, but whenever we are getting, that's why I tell you read paper, not coaching materials. These examples will come in paper. This means Elite Action Group for Drug and Law Enforcement. Eagle. Elite Action Group for Drug and Law Enforcement. Okay. I will show you. Like other day, I was having a seminar for this only. See, I had this seminar for Eagle team only. We conducted it in Army Dental College. This is like, if you are interested, your wish. Godavari Kaveri linking must be national project. Same thing. The very first page, it came on the third page. Now again, same page. Police rule out suicide in Nalgonda family death. Not important. Fight drawn in Kaveri in Karnataka, Muttatti. Not important. Veena questioned again in CMRL payoff case. This is again a corruption case. If you are a very curious person, you can search about this. But this will just work as an example. Corruption, where you will use GS4, GS2, governance, corruption. Okay. You can go to Google or YouTube and search about this case, Veena and CMRL case. It is Cochin Minerals and Rutile Limited company. GHMC gets new chief city planner. Is that important? No, editorial is the very confusing paper. Should we read editorial daily? Should we read all editorials? These are the two questions. Should we read editorial daily? Should we read all editorials? Now the first question, should we read daily? Then if you will ask me, To improve your comprehension passage skills for CSAT paper and to get the new vocabulary, then you should read daily. But should we read all editorials? Absolutely no. You are not supposed to, and you should not read all editorials. Daily, yes. Even if some days all editorials are bad, then also try to read one. If even on a fine day all editorials are bad, then at least read one, at least a small one. But that will help you to. And while reading editorials, I will suggest you to read it by mouth rather than saying it. So what will happen is, if you will read it by mouth, you will go in a deep detail about it, and you will get the text. Try to read the editorials by mouth. It will help. And I will help you, like during CSAT time, I will take a separate class how these passages will help you in comprehension passages. For comprehension passage, there is a trick. Like I always pass CSAT. I am a very poor student of maths. Comprehension passage is my strength, and around every year with 95% accuracy, I make all comprehension passages. So I will tell you. Onerous rules. The newly amended FCRA rules point to a renewed attempt to. Are you able to see it? Stifle NGO. Stifle is a keyword. Onerous is a keyword. Stifle means hampering something or hindering something. Stifle is a negative word. Note down stifle and write the meaning of it in your glossary and use this word anywhere you want. Now this FCRA rules you will study in your governance paper. In your governance section, you will learn FCRA means Foreign Contribution. Regulation Act. Foreign Contribution Regulation Act. So FCRA is very important topic. But the thing is, right from the formation of these new rules, everyday commentary is coming. Now your first duty is to know about FCRA. FCRA UPSC you type on Google. You will get beautiful articles by various coachings. Read about FCRA there. Okay, this one thing is done. Now, after completing FCRA, after the new rules came, every day we have an editorial on FCRA, and the Hindus have the tendency of generally criticizing the ruling government. Every day criticism will come. Your duty is first try to finish that FCRA on Sunday, FAO, because FCRA is a big development. It will surely come under FAO section on Sunday. In that section, everything will be crystal clear. Read that once, and you shouldn't read this every day. Once you have read this, no need to read every day. If that does not comes on Sunday, then at times this FCRA will come this side, which will be in much more detail. Read it once. FCRA read it once. That's it. If even 10 days, 15 days the commentary comes, you are not supposed to read it again and read it once. Okay. So this is what we known as not all editorials should be read. If you have done FCRA yesterday, then this article you should not read today. Okay. Done. Keeping humanity at the center of the AI revolution. Now AI is a topic. See, the newspaper also wants to fill up their editorials. So if there is no topic, they create new topic. Now AI has a many dimension, like AI and climate, because AI requires a lot of servers, heavy servers. AI and humanity, because it is to be done by job losses. And AI and singularity. Do you know what is singularity? Have anyone heard this word singularity? Singularity means at a time AI will become so powerful that it will go beyond human reach. Then AI will start controlling human. That is known as singularity. So as like you are in the new stage, then AI articles related to AI are generally interesting. So you can read this. And if you have done AI and humanity once, Again, if any questions come related to AI and humanity, any editorial, then you are not supposed to read that because you have done it. And you told about notes now, how to make notes. This entire articles will have pros and cons. AI and humanity. In your paper, notes are written. This is not fodder points. This is the actual notes. Fodder book is different. Fodder books, I will read one article and I'll tell you how you will write fodder points. See, one word epochal. See, these wordings you will get daily. It is also very important. See, what I told you about fodder points, no? See this one. AI promise must be guided by ethics, dignity and accountability. Use this in conclusion. Now you have got a ready conclusion. If any questions comes related to AI, then we usually say way forward. Then how should be AI? AI promise must be guided by ethics, dignity and accountability. And if you want one more mark, write this person name dash Ashwani Kumar, because he is actually a very eminent person. If you don't know his name, write Elon Musk. They won't check because Elon Musk in and out tells a lot of statements. They will not verify. Right, Elon Musk, right, Bill Gates, anyone who is doing, right, this Sam Altman name, because he is also one of the pioneer person in AI. They will not cross it. Write these words dash Sam Altman. This will help you fetch marks. If you want, I will read this article so that you how you will actually take the fodder points I will tell you. But before that, broken accountability. Corruption at all levels takes a toll on lives at construction sites. Construction site lo ye to corruption jarigindi, like some people might have died. Use this as an example. That's it. No need to read this editorial because this editorial came after an headline, and that headline is 2-3 days back. So you have to use just to use that. Due to corruption in Kolkata, such thing happened. And the Kolkata warehouse fault on few people, 5 people died, 5 to 6 people. Write that example in corruption. Example, the Kolkata warehouse collapse. Just a 3 words example. Example, Kolkata warehouse collapse. Nothing you have to write more. Do you know shipbuilding ambitions? Like there is a thing that India was one of the pioneer country in shipbuilding, especially the Maratha empires. On Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, he is actually accounted as the father of Indian Navy. But after the Britishers take over, we are very poor in shipmaking business, and that is all about this article. Very interesting article it will be, because in shipbuilding we are very much poor. Whatever fleet which we have, even for our navy, even for commercial ships, we purchase it from Europe and US, especially Canada and China. So where does we lack? Directly question won't come from shipbuilding, but shipbuilding will becomes one of your point. What are the challenges in India's maritime sector? And we are poor in shipbuilding. Example, we have he will give a fact to you. In this, he will surely give us 4 billion plant we are going to trying to invest a 4 billion plant in Thoothukudi. Now this is a fact, 4 billion. Write this as the introduction. Recently the government with South Korea, I think, South Korea is opening a shipbuilding plant. This you can write in FDI question also. FDI question introduction also. Whenever we give recent example in introduction, no, the invigilator appreciates it because he is very aware about it. Recently, India and South Korea are jointly investing a 4 billion shipbuilding project in Thoothukudi in Tamil Nadu. This we can write for FDI. This we can write directly if a question comes for shipbuilding. This we can write directly for India's maritime sector. So this is how you will write facts in fodder notes. And then we have conclusion. India's maritime vision 2030. In conclusion, thus, the following initiative by the government will help us achieve India's Maritime Vision 2030. This is the conclusion. You will not write then that this is conclusion, this is intro. Just write the point in further notes. We will think how we will use them later. See, there is a topic known as resilience. Resilience means whatever challenge we have, we are fighting them and then we are growing. That is known as resilience. Korea, in just 15 years, like Korea was also colonized, and that too they had also civil war, and then that country got bifurcated, same as us, our country. But still, they started somewhere in 1970s, and within 15 years, they become the global capital for shipbuilding. This you can use your example in your ethics. No one will read this. Korea's shipbuilding within 15 years. That shows resilience. That shows corruption-free government. That shows efficient governance. This is a very unique example. No one will write. Korea's shipbuilding industry just took 15 years to become the dominating world industry. Everyone will write Ashok Khemka and all. Ashok Khemka, Durga Shakti Nagpal. Are you known about these names? These are popular bureaucrats. Everyone quotes their name in ethics paper. But you can quote this unique example because within 15 years. So this is how you will get fodder points from editorials. So this editorial you should read. FCRA, if you have read once, you are not supposed to read regularly. For example, recently, I will tell you one more example. Recently, the foreign minister of China and Prime Minister of India met. Wang Yi, his name is. If you know, Chinese foreign minister name is Wang Yi. He met with Indian Prime Minister. So now editorial started about India-China relation. But just meeting with each other is not a development. If they have any initiative on border, any initiative which India and China have taken, then that is a news. Just meeting, both person meeting, and tons and tons of editorials will come on India-China relation. You are not supposed to read them because you already have India-China notes for mains. If there is any development, like we have taken some stand on border, some cooperation on border, some India and China are conducting some joint operation, then only you will go and read that editorial. Just the fact that Wang Yi and Prime Minister Modi met, that is not a news. Until they have taken any considerable decision, then you are not going to read India-China editorial daily, because India-China relation is a contemporary news that will have new news for updation. You are not supposed to read them daily. Okay, I am just giving an example. AI done, this done. Shall I move to next page? I am very slow now. You can see, should Indian seafarers stop serving on sanction? Do you know this issue? Do you know what do you mean by seafarers? Anyone? See, you people by the responses you people are giving means you people now require a lot of terminologies. Seafarers are the person who works on ships. And recently what happened? There was one India-bound ship which was traveling from Strait of Hormuz, and as it was carrying Iranian oil, US have sanctioned anyone who is carrying Iranian oil. So US Navy, they hit that boat and 3 of our Indian seafarers died. So that is the news. So from then, everyday commentary is coming. But once you have to read that editorial, you are not supposed to read it every day. After that incident, there will be editorial in newspaper. Read that once. Don't read that every day. And then start analyzing that. Again, I said you that evil sides of war ethics. Innocent seafarers died. Use this as an example. Innocent seafarers died. This is an example. No need to read it daily. A surgeon's paradoxical lesson for journalists to survive. This is like, this is not our section, notebook. Some important novels, writers, they all write here. So this is not our section. So only two editorials: FCRA, shipbuilding, and FCRA. If you have read it already, then you are not supposed to read. Humanity, you have read it already, you are not supposed to read. Shipbuilding was a very important, like a new article. Where does India stands in shipbuilding? And you have seen that how we are going to take further notes. Maritime Vision 2030. Till now we didn't knew that something exists, but now we can use that in conclusion. Okay. That Venezuela news continues here. In blockaded part of Manipur, an LPG cylinder now sells for 5,000. Just headline is enough. You are not supposed to read entire thing. These are the ill effects of war. And one more angle comes here. During war and emergency time, people started hoarding of essential commodities. For due to that, what happens is essential commodities demand increases, but the supply decreases. Due to that, what happens is the rate increases, the cost increases. This you can write in corruption and give example of Manipur. Due to hoarding in Manipur, LPG cost 5, like corruption, LPG cost raised to 5,000 due to hoarding in Manipur. Kukizo body admits 6 Nagas were killed by cookies. This is regular news. If anything, government takes any step, then that this again comes in Manipur issue. In mains, you will be asked about what is the Manipur issue. Daily commentary they won't ask. These many people killed, that many people killed. This is not our jurisdiction. Toll in Kolkata warehouse collapses rise to 11. I said 5 people died. Now the toll rose to 11. How this toll rose means? Because many of the bodies they are recovered later. Bengal CM orders audit of building plans. Best example. Even in this year UPSC case studies, this question will come. Use this Kolkata warehouse collapse. Whenever you find a question regarding corruption, just write 3 words: Kolkata warehouse collapse. Okay. Mahesh Dixit appointed IB chief. He is actually a very brilliant person. He have done a lot of sting operations in Northeast. Mahesh Dixit, he has also written a lot of books. If you have time, you can read them. Mahesh Dixit news is nowhere related and or nowhere important for us. But as a general, as I always say, you be curious. Who is Mahesh Dixit? We should be able to know. He is the IB chief now. Government restores LPG supply. Same LPG. CBI conducts searches over digital arrest. Is CBI is doing something related to digital arrest. Find out that is there a specific name for that mission. If there is a specific name of that mission, use it as an intro, use it as an example, and write separate notes related to digital arrest. Muslim bodies denounce demolition of religious structures, seek legal relief. This is again controversial issue. If you want, just be aware what is happening. Don't like memorize this. Passport application fee to go up from July 1. Hiked from 1500 to 2500. So if anyone wants to apply passport, apply it before July 1. Because rate is going to get increased. FIR filed against 8 persons over again same. Embezzle means hiding something. One more word you got. Opposition seeks rollback of new FCRA. Again, opposition will oppose. Now you have to read the all things related to FCRA. What are the controversial things in the new rules? You should be aware about them. And this surely is the important question for this year mains. Punjab CM says mask used to create fake video. Again political. Congress plays systemic exam failures. But this is actually a topic for education. NEET issue. Why government is incumbent to conduct exams in an efficient manner. You should have a page for that. NEET issue. Sujata Rawat, ex-IAS officer and wife of V.K. Pandian, Not important. This is also not important. Personally important news is passport rates are increasing, so apply it very fast. NCERT introduces 1975 emergency in class 9 text. Not important. This is like political news. NCERT, and there is a term known as saffronization of textbooks. But don't use those kind of words in exam. These are all opposition given words. Emergency was a direct assault again. These people. Air Suvidha portal launched for Ebola screening. Very beautiful example. Digital India, e-governance best example, and also an example for health. Now you will use this example in health. You will also use this example in e-governance. Air Suvidha portal. Supreme Court allows actor Jacqueline Fernandez. Not important. New facility launched for transit passengers. This is something related to aviation sector. If it is an app or if it is an website portal, then write it in aviation sector in your news. Because after the Ahmedabad crash, aviation sector is a contemporary issue. Many planes are failing, like they are having technical glitches. So not last year, but this year or maybe next year, aviation safety one question can come, and then you can write about this initiative there. If there is something. More drugs to get QR codes amid fight against fake products. What we are doing for drugs, QR codes. How technology is being used for drug trafficking to tackle the drug trafficking menace. Write this example. So you got 2 examples you have got. Netra, India's airborne surveillance platform gets final operation not. Now again, this is something new. Also for prelims. What is Air Suvidha portal? One-liner question for prelims. Generally they won't ask, but we should be aware. Netra, what is Netra? Again important for prelims also. Mains also. Mains also use this as an example. What we are doing for internal security, airborne surveillance, we have this Netra. What we are doing for border management, we have this Netra. Okay. FIR against 40 army personnel for assault in JNK. Again, a lot of times what happens is, for internal security, many people start assaulting the youth in Jammu and Kashmir there. So at that time, some actions is also taken on Indian Army. This is not important. S&P upgrades Adani ports to BBB, cites strong cash flow. You can take Adani shares now. S&P is a credit rating agency. Do you know the full form? Very famous. Anyone? Not written there. Standards and Poor's, very important credit rating agency. So now they have this AA rating, BB rating. Now they have uplifted Adani ports rating to BBB. Means they have improved their rating. So that now people can invest in it. But this is again not important. So this is not important. Fresh dispute emerges over Hormuz Strait transit routes. Now these disputes are important. Not to memorize, but to, as a person, as a curious person, you should be knowing what are the new disputes going on. Amazon to invest 13 billion in AI cloud CEO. If they are investing in India, this becomes an example for FDI. Or else, if the question comes on AI or cloud, recently Amazon invested 13 billion in AI. Write this as an introduction. Any day, current introduction will be very best. Recently this happened. Okay, this guy knows this. This is again a political statement. Nothing new have been done. This is given in a speech. Puri Iran minister hold talks. Puri Iran minister. I think this will be, he is a petroleum minister, so something related to supply of gas and all they might have been talking of. LIC Chief Financial Officer Agarwal quits. Not important. This more or less this paper is not important, business paper. Until and unless anything related to SEBI, like if SEBI is announcing something new, anything related to RBI, these two are the favorite bodies of UPSC. If that comes in this section, you should have an eye on it. Energy sector also. But anything if there is related to energy sector, that comes under the very first page. You that will not have a small column here. It will come on the very first page. US Senate sides with Trump in fresh vote on Iran war. Like Senate is supporting with Trump. Ukraine says it expects to sign over 10 billion euros in deal at Poland forum. Ukraine wants money. Russia denies pressurizing Belarus to widen ongoing Ukraine conflict. These are all commentaries. This just to be aware what's going on. Iran warns against Hormuz Strait crossing without authorization. From day one is doing nothing new. Suspected attack on ship while crossing Hormuz Strait. NATO allies failed to support US in Iran war. He is criticizing daily. That's why he is also criticizing Georgia Meloni. France, Italy want to set up multinational coalition in Lebanon. Because this is something new. France and Italy wants something to be done in Lebanon. Just have an eye on it. China defense returns China and Taiwan issue. Bangladesh and Teesta issue. Nothing have been done, but he is raising that issue in Beijing. Like you shouldn't read that in detail. Just a 2 minutes look on this paper. 2 minutes look, 2 to 3 minutes look. And then next. Mexican, this is again everything related to FIFA. And the next 1 month, this paper will be related to FIFA only. And as I said earlier, 1 page for FIFA enough. Sports, if you are sports enthusiast, if there is an international competition going on for chess, for tennis, for badminton, anything, just have an eye before prelims, not now. So done. I am teaching you, it took 1 hour 15 minutes. But once you start reading, initially it will take time, but over the period of time, gradually the time will decrease. So done with the paper. Any doubts if you have, you can tell me, ask me. అది రాయకూడదు. అప్పుడు ఏమైనా అయితే దిస్ ఇస్ ఫర్ దిస్ మీన్స్ వద్దు వద్దు రాదు. నేను ఇప్పుడు చెప్తున్నా లైక్ యూ పీపుల్ ఆర్ రైటింగ్ మీన్స్ నౌ, ఆ విధంగా చెప్తున్నా. బట్ నెక్స్ట్ ఇయర్ అగైన్ సమ్ ఇన్వెస్ట్మెంట్ విల్ కమ్, దట్ ఫ్రెష్ ఇన్వెస్ట్మెంట్ యూ షుడ్ రైట్. మెయిన్ నోట్స్ ఏఐ అండ్ హ్యూమానిటీ కొత్త పెద్ద ఎడిటోరియల్ ఇచ్చిండు. ఇన్ దట్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్ ఈ విల్ కవర్. అట్లాంటివి ఏమైనా ఎడిటోరియల్స్ ఉంటేనే మెయిన్ నోట్స్ రాయాలి. What happens in editorials is they give only fodder points to you. They will not give you detailed 3-4 points plus 3-4 points minus notes. Like for and against notes they will not give you. But this AI and humanity, this is entirely a new topic. And he has considerably given a very big editorial for it. Then you are going to make notes. So mains notes, what are the criteria? If the editorial is considerably large, if the editorial is covering a new topic, and if the editorial have some good points, ఆ points తీసుకొని if you already have a note, add them. If you don't have a note, digital arrest came. Now digital arrest editorial didn't came. Now we are supposed to search digital arrest UPSC and we are going to make notes. But AI and humanity entirely new editorial came. Ready editorial. Then we are going to make mains notes. And other things are fodder points. So one book for fodder points, one book for glossary, vocabulary. And try to read this, because if you will read this, this will help you in comprehension passage in UPSC. Done? Next, any questions? So for example, I have told you about maritime. Nowhere you are going to use that in GS1, GS2. So you are in mind only you have categorized it. ఇప్పుడు categorization వద్దు. Once you compile the 100 pages, 150 pages notes, at that time again some further points will become old. Next year, for example, I told you about India Maritime Mission 2030. Next year, maybe on Republic Days, PM Modi announced India Maritime Mission 2047. Or will you write that note or this note? So these notes again become old. That's why for now you don't categorize it. It will get updated. For AI, for example, you got this. Now tomorrow you will get a very good quote directly told by Elon Musk regarding AI, and you feel that this is much better than that. Then this categorization becomes waste. At that time now we will use that quote. FIFA note is prelims notes, not further point. ఇప్పుడు వద్దు, just you should remember that FIFA happened this year. Before prelims I have to study FIFA. అది like you can write on a separate book for the prelims topics. FIFA you write Women's T20 World Cup, 2 topics I have to read before prelims. అలా మెయింటైన్ చేయి. ఇప్పుడు వద్దు, because it takes a lot. For you reading this paper only takes a lot of time. Then when you will make notes, FIFA is a topic which I have to read before next year prelims. Okay, Women's T20 World Cup is a topic which I have to read before next year prelims. ఆ టైంలో రీసెర్చ్ చేయి. ఇప్పుడు వద్దు. ఇప్పుడు జస్ట్ యు ఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు ఫోకస్ ఫర్దర్ పాయింట్స్, vocabulary. Third things, if there is a completely new topic and he is giving you 360-degree comprehensive editorial, then make notes. Especially making notes will work on Sunday, because FAO paper will be, I don't have Sunday paper. Sunday paper you see, FAO paper will be this big, and from there you can make mains notes. I told you about Korean case study shipbuilding. You can use that left, right and center anywhere you want, and that case study no one will write. Now if while correcting the papers, your paper is in the middle, 3 papers above you, 3 papers below you, and you will be the only person writing about Korean case study. And now that examiner will feel that now this guy have done an extra effort, and he will reward you at least 1 marks. 20 question, 20 marks, 7 papers, 140 marks. So this is how you are going. It will not take much time. I have explained you in detail. If any time like political news you can avoid. Editorial every day you should read, yes, but every day the same news. FCRA once done. Now for today your job is to read about FCRA, because that is a very important topic. Direct we have mentioned in our syllabus FCRA. Anything else? Any doubt? Did you understood how you will go with paper? And this is what I wanted to explain, that everything, this Netra came, Korea came, everything came. This won't come in your coaching books, coaching material. This is a very fresh thing, and you will learn new things from paper. This IB chief, you about him you will only read when you will read the paper. So this is what for today. Like I still have half an hour left. Should I continue the other 2-3 topics which I said, or do you have some doubts for mains notes? How you will prepare mains notes? Okay. Anything? Start. Shall I start? Do you know what do you mean by sojourn? You would have read in newspapers, President's winter sojourn, European sojourn. Sojourn means the upcoming journey. Every year 4 to 5 days President of India lives in Hyderabad. That is during winters. So that is known as President's winter sojourn. Means upcoming journey to the next place. European sojourn means Indian team is going to travel to Europe. One more word you got. This won't come in your coaching notes. This vocabulary will be developed in paper only, and this will silently help you write good, write good answers as well as passing your comprehension passages. Okay. I'll tell you now, you will not be able to replicate 10%. Writing them is second thing. Knowing them is second thing. Writing them in the paper takes practice. And if you are able to write 10% only, that is a very great thing. Out of 200 words, just reciprocate 20 words. Surely you won't be able to do that until and unless you have practiced them in main test series. One day before exam match, we cannot play all the shots. That should be in our net practice. This is again something related to insurance. This is actually online edition. In online edition, what happens is these extra pages come. Just every day it comes in online edition only, not in offline edition. In offline edition, see, this is how FAO will be on Sunday. As this is an online edition, every day it comes. But in offline edition, only on Sunday it will come. Every day, if you read this much news now, it will take a lot of time. So every day, if you are reading online, do not read this until and unless you are interested in the topic. India's ultrasound laws. Nowhere the question will come directly for ultrasound. But if you are curious person, if you want to know what is going on for ultrasound, at least read this gist or read this column. This only comes in online edition. This will not come in offline edition. Offline edition only Sunday it will come. See, this everything comes in online edition only. This is some person, R.D. Burman. He was some musician maybe. So I will take about how you are going to make notes. I will take an example and then we'll continue. Now everyone pay attention here. This is something which is very pragmatic and this is something which will be very helpful for you in decoding the syllabus. So this is the topic known as social sector and social services. This is from GS2, governance and social justice mix. They both are brother subjects. The topic is health, education, human resources, issues in development and management. Now I am breaking this. Now in my book, I will have a topic known as health. Now we are going to make specific notes. Identify the Millennium Development. Before SDGs, we have MDGs. This is 2013 topic. Outdated, specific topic, it will never come again. You are not going to practice also this PYQ. Which PYQs we should practice? See, this PYQ you will not practice. The concept of midday meal scheme is almost a century old in India, with early beginnings in Madras Presidency. The scheme has again been given impetus. Impetus means importance. One more word. See, even UPSC use these words. At exam time, if you don't know what does impetus means, now we are going to we will write the question and we will interpret it in a wrong way. The scheme has again been given impetus. Critically examine its twin objective, latest mandates and success. Critically examines whenever comes. I will tell you this. It will take me 1 minute. Whenever these words come, analyze, examine, discuss, these types of words when they come, analyze, examine, discuss. No, critical analysis different words. Elucidate, explain, any other words? critically examine. Any other word? Elaborate. And see, these are three categories: analyze, examine, discuss. For example, I want to analyze this person. What do you mean by analyze? Analyze means I will know what good things he do. I will also know what bad things he do. That's why it is known as analyze. If you are analyzing something, if I am analyzing this home, I want to purchase a new home. I will see what are the good things which this homes offer me. Do I have a balcony or not? Do I have 3 rooms or not? But I will also see the bad things. I don't have network connection in this. That is what known as analyze. Analyze is same. Discuss is same. Discuss what do we do? If we are discussing about some third person, we will tell the good things about him. Then the other person will also tell the bad things about him. That is known as discuss. So analyze, discuss, examine. In this, what will happen is 60 to 70% we will tell the positives about the topic, and 30% will also tell the negatives about the topic. 30 to 40%. Whenever this keywords comes. Okay. And when, for example, elucidate, explain, elaborate. Elaborate means if I ask this person come to the dais, and if I tell me yesterday the robbery occurred in your home, elaborate about it. He will not tell plus and minus. He will tell the detailed story. That is means elaborate. Explain how the robbery occurred. That means tell the story. He will not tell negative and positive. He will tell the actual story. Means telling something in detail. These 3 words: elucidate, explain, elaborate. But what will happen here is, whenever we are writing this, there is no scope of negating the topic. There is no scope of criticizing the topic. Then just we will give a 1 or 2 liner way forward. After telling how the robbery occurred, he will tell the way forward. Next time we will be more conscious. Next time we will be more vigilant. That is the way forward. So this is what. Now critically examines mean being critical. Here you will be 50% positive, 50% negative. As simple as that. Now whatever words comes, there are only 3 categories: 60-40, 50-50 and 100%. 100% means just explaining the topic only. Okay. Now in health, one topic is midday meal. Actually this is a very old topic, very less chance it will come, but this gave us a clue that if there is a scheme which is very widely famous, which is very like day-to-day scheme like Manrega, midday meal, then directly specifically on the scheme the government asks questions. Means in future if there is any new initiative regarding health, then we should have the notes for them. Midday meal they will never ask again. But if there is a new initiative which is having that much value as midday meal have, like Manrega changed to VG Ramji. VG Ramji have the same power, the same acceptance among the people. Then VG Ramji will have a direct question on VG Ramji. Until and unless if it is a small scheme, the government is not bothered. But midday meal is a revolution. Then in health, one section is for schemes. Now you should have one page for all health schemes, which are as gigantic as the size of midday meal. This is one thing which we have learned from PY. Now second. And critically analyze means, critically examine means 50-50. Should the premier institutes like IITs and IIM be allowed to retain premier state, allowed more academic independence in designing courses? And this is education, so I am not taking this. Again, health. Public health system has limitations in providing universal health coverage. Do you think the private sector could bridge the gap? Now the second thing is private sector in health. Now you should have a note for this topic. Now you should have notes for the facts, how many private sector, what is the contribution of private sector, how many hospitals and how many doctors, nurses, what are the facilities private sector is providing. But then again, you should write the negatives also. It is very expensive and only few, it is limited to urban areas. It does not have the rural reach. Negatives also you have to write. So private sector is the topic. You should have one paper for that. And along with this, one more topic is universal health coverage. Now this becomes a keyword. You can write actually this in conclusion, like private sector and public sector, or else ASHA workers all should come together for achieving the goal of universal health coverage. Now universal health coverage is a keyword. Professor Amartya Sen has advocated important reforms in the realms of primary education and primary health care. Now education is coupled with health. Now primary health is one topic along with primary education. Actually primary education we will have in education section. Just we have to combine both our notes in mind. And primary health is a separate independent topic. Why primary health? Like it is the first point of reference. If we give good treatment at primary health care, prevention will be better than cure. 70% of diseases diagnosis happen at the primary health centers. And primary health primary health, a lot of out of pocket expenditure is spent on primary health, daily disease diagnosis, because operation it happens very rare, but daily we have the primary health level diseases. So 70% of out of pocket expenditure happens at primary level. That's why primary health care is very important. So all these things you are supposed to write at primary health. Okay. Then again, appropriate local community level healthcare. This is nothing but primary healthcare, local level. Again, the new keyword is health for all. Health for all is nothing but universal health coverage. If you have done this PYQ, then that question again repeated in 2008. Geriatric and maternal health, new topic. Geriatric and maternal health. You should have one page notes of this. Then primary health once again came. So primary health is a favorite topic for UPSC. He did not have secondary health till now. So these are all topics which we have analyzed from health. Now health means we will cover this geriatric health, will cover primary health, will cover private sector role in health. Then what can next come? Mental health. He did not ask till now, but mental health is also one more thing. Then secondary level health care. So like this you have to think. So this is how you are going to make notes. Now same thing will go repeat for education. Now we will have separate page for education. And education everything we will cover. Then we will have a separate page for poverty, separate page for hunger, separate page for human resource. Human resource is nothing but health plus education. So like this, every health is a bigger topic. Then we should have subtopics. Subtopicification will help you make good notes. Now how you will make notes? Mental health. You should have a data for mental health, or you should have a code for mental health. Like mental health is a foundation stone for physical health. This is a quote. Mental health is the north star in the galaxy of entire health department. Like that, some quotes, some data, some government targets, health for all, universal health coverage, health is wealth, something, some notes which are very new or which are very unique. You should have one liner for like why mental health is important, 4 points. What are the issues in India for mental health? What government is doing? What can be done? And any case studies in any world across. New Zealand have some system, or Telangana has some system, or Goa has some system. Case studies are very important. Case studies you will get from newspaper. Case studies you will get from internet. For GS2 and GS3, you should have good case studies. Kerala model, Maharashtra model, Nagpur model, any model. You should quote here. You should quote government scheme, Kiran helpline for mental health. Or we have this Prahari clubs in Telangana for mental health. Like this. So this is how note making should be based on PYQs. Take PYQs of every topic. If you want, I will share this PDF with you in the group. Every topic is by topic wise we have PYQs, and then write down the topics and then make notes. Then because after 2013 only the pattern changed. Before that we have different pattern. Okay. Anything else? Ethics. Oh. Now for ethics, there are two things. Section A and section B. In section A, you require a lot of wisdom, not knowledge. In ethics, we require a wisdom. And section B is mechanical in nature. You have to write stakeholders, you have to identify ethical issues, you have to write way forward, you have to give solution. So section B comes with practice and section A comes with wisdom. This is what I learned from ethics. Every time my general score was 120 in ethics. My ethics notes are only 10 pages because I reproduce again and again what I have written and I take the knowledge from GS. Now how you will do ethics is, anyone have started ethics? So first complete your classes. Section B, every weekend or whenever you are free, weekly once, do at least 2 case studies throughout the 6-7 months. Yes, there will be some PDF where case studies are divided. Personal ethics, health related case studies, police related case studies. So case studies will be divided. Do 2 case studies every week till the next 5-6 months before prelims. Then you will get an overhang how you will do case studies. And section A you leave it for now, because section A, what happens is there are no notes for section A. On the spot you are supposed to create the answers. So section A we will do after prelims, not now. For section A, the content I will give you. I have some odd 70-80 philosophies I have. Western philosophies, Indian philosophies, example, quotes, fodder points I have in my booklet. I will give it to you. Your work is just to reproduce them in the answer. I will tell you how to write the answer when you will do section A. But section B, as the sir is taking classes for ethics, complete the classes. If you need any material, I will give you the material. And section B, you do like section B comes with practice, same like CSAT. Okay. But in ethics, the main question is completing the paper. 60 papers comes in ethics. Normal GS 50 papers comes, and in ethics 60 papers comes. My plan is, there are 13 section A questions and there are 6 case studies. In every paper, your first answers give your impression to the examiner. So I believe that your first answer should be very good. So what we can do is, what I do is, I will do 1 to 7 question first. What will happen is, first questions, my mind will be fresh. I will give 100%. So from this, my image will become better. Second thing is, this morning you will be doing GS3, everything mechanical, education, health, semiconductors and all, internal security you will be doing in GS3. In ethics, then the questions comes related to happiness, wisdom. The entirely mind gets changed. So this 1 to 7 question will help you get the momentum. Now you will get in that zone. Okay, now I am to talk about happiness. Now I have to talk about integrity. Now I have to talk about honesty. Now I have to talk about accountability. Your brain gets that momentum. After that, you go to case studies and complete all of them, because if in the last, if you will keep case studies, no, if time does not permit, directly you will use 20 marks. Each case studies comprises 20 marks. If we are losing any question from them, that will only cost 10 marks. But if you lose any case studies at the end, many people lose 2-3 case studies. Direct 60 marks they are not taken. Complete all the 6 case studies. Then hardly 30-35 minutes will be left. And now you are going to do 8 questions. You should have a lot of speed in this end. Whatever nonsense you write, that will get carried away in that speed. In last 30 to 35 minutes, you have to do 8 questions, because that will come in the middle of the paper. Last will be case studies that you have written very well. Starting the paper you have written very well. In the middle, even he get tired, and he gives you average marks. So this is how you are going to do case studies. Anything else? Sources for ethics. There is one Piyush Kumar. He's from at Sarthi IAS. He has his notes and his lectures are very good. Piyush Kumar or Piyush Chaube, I don't know his name. It starts with Piyush at Sarthi. You can search. Essay, like only 5-7 minutes are left. Essay it will take entire class. Doubts for this. If you want, you can like share me few days this newspaper editorials, and you can ask me, sir, which is important, which is not. Then you will get that habit. Your homework today is read that shipbuilding and AI. And in this way, if you will make notes, within 2 months, your notes will be ready. And you will be able to write something or the other for each and every topic. And then you will do very good in mains. See, what you can do is start your morning with newspaper. Because if in the morning, many people what they do is in the free time they read newspapers. I tell you that if in the morning you will read newspaper, your brain will come across different topics. Science, polity, education, everything. And then prepare just fodder notes, facts, anecdotes, which you think are helpful. And glossary, just one glossary, not 5-6. One is enough for a day. One takes only 2 minutes hardly. One glossary. After that, it will take around 1.5 hours. Not much time. Then rest of the time, every day 2 hours. First, what you do is, like I said, go to home today, take GS2, governance and social justice. Morning, I will assume 2 hours you are taking for newspaper. Then 2 hours daily take for note making. How you will do note making is, first start GS2. GS2 take social justice. Social justice take, don't wait for like classes are going on, anything is going on. This is like, there is no rocket science which I will teach you here. I will just read the things. I will just provide you the content. But it is you who are going to do your own groundwork. Each and everyone should have their own different notes. And stop asking notes from anyone else. Your notes in your language, in your crisp manner will help you to memorize. And this notes will help you to write a good answer. Social justice. Now take PYQs. In PYQs, what you will do is, take the topic health, take topic education, take topic poverty, take topic hunger, based on PYQs. Now, first day you note down what are the questions from health. Just now how I did. Primary health, maternal health, like in education, primary education, secondary education, education for physically handicapped, cost of education, private sector in education, like that you find topic. Then hunger, then poverty, types of poverty, relation between hunger and poverty, government schemes for poverty, same goes for hunger. All this will be done based on PYQs, just all the topics. And space UPSC you search, or there is this Sonia IAS mains notes. It is based on GS wise, very beautiful notes. You can purchase this GS wise, GS 1, 2, 3, 4 notes they have. From here also you can complete. Don't make very big notes, to the point. What is the issue? 3-4 points. What are the challenges? Way forward. One interesting code, one interesting data. Every day 2 hours you keep for this. 6-7 months, your beautiful mains notes will be ready. You can take help of Sony IS. You can just search the word like mental health space UPSC. You will get notes from here, and then use ChatGPT. Why ChatGPT? Because ChatGPT language is very important. It gives you a good language. And then ChatGPT, tell me a good case study for mental health across the world. It will give you a good case study. Right there. Done. So this every day if you give 2 hours for note making, every day if you give 2 hours based on your uh, uh, strength, 4 hours this process will be. And then classes and all. So just 4 hours you have to. Everything comes with its cost. You should be very consistent. Then only in 6 months your notes will be done, and that will fetch you marks. That will make you mains ready before prelims. Otherwise, then at that time you will be in a very nervous or panic mode that I don't have notes. I have done, and then after making this note, then only you will write good answers. So this you can do, and along with this prelim booster, as I have suggested you, do that. Your classes is going on. Everything will slowly take its course. Anything else? Note making, you please ensure that at least you are giving 2 hours every day.